Hi. uh, it's a beautiful day to consume some xikers content today. What do you guys think? Hmm? So it's way too warm, right? But also I got my nails done. Isn't that cute? I usually don't like getting my nails done, because a lot of places do like the shell stuff, and I usually just put on my own. But I'm really bad at it. But they did some good stuff, you know. They cleaned up my nails pretty well. I'm a nail biter and stuff, so it needed a lot of cleaning up. So it feels good. They put on like 3 layers, you know, of like regular nail polish. So that's cool. Anyway, enough about my fabulous nails. Let's um let's see what we have today. I mean, you're able to read the title. Why am I like making this out to be like some secret? We're gonna look at the music video for "We Don't Stop" by Xikers. Um, so it's one of the songs of the EP "Trial and Error" that I like. It's if I had to rank the songs, it's not like on the top like of my songs, right? It's not on the top list of that EP, but if I have to rate it as like compared to every single Zyker song, it's up there, right? So I really like it. And the thing I'm very excited about is the end, because at the end they have kind of like a tempo switch, and I'm wondering what they will add to that, if there's going to be some sort of dance break, if they're going to dance. Is it just going to be some group performing because they all yell together, right? So maybe they just all hug each other, put their arms over each other's shoulder, and fucking, you know, bounce. That'd be cool. It's the part of the song that I like the most. So I'm excited to see what they have in store in the music video. Let's just get into it, right? Have a decent pace today, maybe, so I can record more than one video. We'll see, though. We will see. Also, like every time with music videos, first time we just watch and enjoy. I'm not gonna stop or say too much. I'm just gonna leave it playing, and then the second time around we watch it again, and I let you all know every single thought I have in my silly little head. They're the guys. Look at them. All right, DJ on the guitar. He's slapping the guitar. Hmm. It's so hip hoppy. The college jackets, the bucket hat. Damn. Let me turn it up a little bit. Hmm. The locations are really cool. Oh, wow. That's cool. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's fucking cool. Hmm. I like Chin 6. Like small little performance section at the end. Oh, it's smooth. KQ really knows how to make a solid video. You know? Are they standing on screens? The fuck? Those buildings are acting like Pac-Man. Minche has a little his hair on the side. Alright. Fish Islands going on? Hey, okay. The grayscale. The black and white. Someone's gonna brush his shoes. Alright. Well, my first initial watch. I have to say that it's a decent video, right? It's very hip hoppy, like in the locations. They have the graffiti walls. They have they have a few like inside of the studio with this. It's not a carpet. I think maybe it's green screen with the lines. I'll point it out to you. Um, I mean, you know, KQ picked cool locations, cool outfits. It definitely fit the song a lot. You know, there's definitely some more things about people's hair and outfits that I want to investigate a little bit more. That at the very first time I couldn't point out that quickly. There's a few sections where I liked the dancing slash performing, which I'm also going to point out. I really liked the chin six section. When it comes though to this music video and the performance video for Red Sun, they're really solid. You know, um, I miss a little bit. I miss a little bit the sort of I don't know, like in the Kung performance video, for example, they had the umbrella. I loved how they worked with that. They're very good at being creative. If you give them a layup, if you shoot an idea, like let's put an umbrella in there, and you guys can figure out how to interact with it in performance video, and it's amazing. And compared to this right now, or like even the Rockstar music video, which is not as good as like the Tricky House. Like, look at the Tricky House music video and how much fun effort was put into like a sort of like a storyline. Look at the Rockstar one where they really kind of have like that movie feel. And here they just gave them all nice hip hoppy outfits, and put them in cool locations to perform and dance to. And with this release, Trial and Error, those two videos, like the performance video and the music video, I just have to say that they lack a little something. Of course, I've mentioned this before that I'm really not the person that like enjoys K-pop for the dancing. I do very much love to watch a K-pop performance, but I am not the person to know too much about dancing, and I try to not judge too harshly. But what I usually always am looking for are interesting little tidbits, interesting move that stands out, something too that you will be able to remember, something that just is a little bit special, something that gets stuck in your head. And I don't know, we'll watch it again. It's not that I didn't like it, right? But it's one of those times where, in my mind, it's like with Tricky House, for example, right? It's like I want when I have everything that I need. If I have my smartphone, if I have time to look at something, and I want to enjoy that song, I will watch the MV because it combines like an amazing music video with the music. What I'm trying to say is it enhances the experience. Here, if I want to listen to We Don't Stop, I don't see a reason now that I've seen it, and I'm gonna watch it again, of course. But like now, I don't see the reason why I'm like, all right, let me sit down, let me get my phone out because I also want to see the music video. It didn't really, and it's a thing you have to do. You have to have a music video. That's how a lot of people discover artists. And but for me, as someone that already knows Psychers, I have to say um, sadly, this music video is not enhancing to the extent where I need and want to watch it when I hear the song, you know. Whereas it's just a good, it's just a good setting to show your songs with pictures. And so, in that regard, I'm a little bit, not too impressed, but in that context, if I look at it as did the music video catch the song spirit and make like is the music video, does it fit? Did it catch the spirit? Did it ruin it? No. The music video is very solid and it catched the vibe very much, and that's mainly due to the attitude of the performance, the attitude of the people, sometimes their performances and their visualizing, but especially because of the amazing wardrobe. And there's some really interesting little things and tidbits that we're gonna get into. So let's get back into it. Let's have our yap session. Um, Let me see if it hits a little bit different the second time around. Maybe I've just missed too many things. We'll figure it out together. All right. Let's see. Oh, I already forgot the intro. The intro is pretty fucking cool, I have to say. Right, this shot is amazing. All the boys. Who's that? Oh, this is probably what's this? Chong Hoon, right? Wait, right. That's the guy that's probably not in this. Chong Hoon, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, yeah. This probably, I know they have been doing that a bunch. They have been um sort of like hinting at Jong Hoon not being able to be there because of his injury, right? So this person where you can't see the face, but there is definitely a person that's not just a team, like a member of the filming crew that fucked up. No, this is probably representing Jong Hoon. I do have to say, with Min Jae, we're gonna get into his hair once we get a good side profile. But with Min Jae, I do have to say the like very blonded hair where you can't really see any roots, you know, the really freshly bleached hair, like white hair, not like me, like kind of yellowy hair. I think that is really his staple look, and I think he should keep with that. I love it, and we have Sumin that looks at us as if he's trying to actually kill us already. And we have my boy Seon. I'm gonna say about you, boop his nose. Try not to be too cringe. Yeah. Yichen also, again, interesting hair, right? I think in the back we will see how they did it, but he has like the back standing up and stuff, and yeah, that's just a really cool shot. I like it. Look at him. Sumin is Sumin sort of like San from ATs, where he just has too much energy and he can't like stand still. Look at him. Yeah, he forgot that he needed to act. Everyone's kind of like, oh yeah, we have to look around, and you're like, oh, why isn't that opening? Sumin is just, I don't know if this is maybe this is like the eighth take and he just is really. That's really funny. Look at him. Look at look at the face he makes at the cut. Either the knocking scared him, or like, you know, he's just trying to be funny. That has to be like a contender for like a profile picture. The saying looks like he doesn't understand life anymore. Also, I saw. Maybe I'm wrong, right? But that's a 6-string guitar. That's not a bass, right? Which is fine. But if you look at him, he's doesn't have a pick. I mean, he also doesn't really move on the board. That is such an interesting hairstyle. I mean, that's something that if you look at girls, right? A lot of girls sometimes have that. They put something up in the back if they have some extra hair, you know? Make it like if you look from the front, sort of like 2-layered, you know, you have the back layer and the front layer and stuff. So that's a interesting idea. He can definitely pull it off. I like him. I like him a lot. You know what Yi-chan needs? Like, if I see him like that, right, with the beanie, you know what he needs? He needs like a. What are those? What are they called? Septum. He needs a septum, right? I think Yi-chan would look fire with a. Oh my god! Can you imagine Yi-chan? Look at him. Just imagine him having the septum piercing. I know not everyone here probably likes piercings and stuff, but imagine Yi-chan with a septum ring. Ah, hey, he would look fire. Oh, it's so warm. Oh my god. He would look amazing with a septum. Oh my god. Jesus. He has the face for it. Alright. The floor, right? I think that's not like animated. That's probably just also the mask in the background. That's probably right. That's probably a reference to Tricky, right? Their mascot. I assume so, right? Here's a screenshot of a video. Interesting. No, yeah, that's supposed to be Tricky, I'm sure, right? Also, that's kind of cool, right? The ripping of the thingy, sitting on jeans, pile of jeans. I swear to God, I forgot his name again, but he really does look like that other idol. Oh my God, I forgot. Wait, he has like an American name. Yeah, Bobby. He will never beat like the Bobby twin allegations, right? He just looks like a twin of Bobby's, so he will never beat those allegations. Especially when he is in a music video where he has to sort of like wear like hip hoppy outfits. I don't know how else to call it. Damn, oh no, so serious. Awesome hat though. Wait, I just realized the heck is going on in the background here. What is that? Wait, I'm confused. So you see those sliding, right? So they're falling, right? They're standing up, and this shows that it's going down, right? Because if they would be going up, we wouldn't see like those little flame-looking things, right? But this right here, that's them, right? That's them flying up. Right, something here is not. Someone Someone's getting fired at KQ. Right? Because like you can see that it's like, wait, so they're going up, right? This is them from above, so from where they're standing, right? They're like going up would be going towards the viewer, right? Because they're standing on the bottom, right? Then it zooms out from above. It and you can see it goes not towards us, it goes away from us, and those indicate that that's indeed the case because they come towards us, so they're falling. So here they're falling, and then here they're jumping out of the building. Unless he is upside down, of course, but he's not. Look at him smiling. Look at that smile. Cutie. Right here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. So that's Chunmin, right? Did I remember his name correct? Quick check on my side. That's Chunmin, right? He's the guy who looks like Eevee. I don't know if I should just call him Eevee because for some reason Chunmin is not staying in my head, but there you go, Chinsik. Is he gonna punch me? Alright, put that in the thumbnail. That's a good moment to stop the video. Like if you just stop every time through, there's a lot of like interesting moments to stop in. You know, it is a cool video, and it really shows off how like cool the guys are and how like they're funny and stuff. But the dancing is also not too high energy. It's very sort of, I hate to use that word, but it's swaggy, you know. And I think I liked it. I think that's what that song needs. It doesn't need backflips, you know. Ooh, actually, I like that walking backwards, stopping. Yeah, with the hat bop going forward, you know, it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. That part is really cool, but like it's not enough to carry the entire video, right? Also, not a big Mac fan, right? I'm not saying that Windows is much better, but I listen, man, Apple products is not my thing. Especially like considering that they're South Korean, and then except for Hunter, I think. No, one of them is Thai, right? I think it's Hunter. I forgot. Honestly, I forgot. But like considering that they're, what the fuck did my throat just make? What kind of sound? Considering that they're South Korean and Samsung is like a big player, having something that references an Apple product from a bigger company as KQ. But I'm not saying, like, I'm just saying that maybe Samsung didn't want to sponsor something. Maybe there's something going on there that they specifically like. Samsung doesn't have like a PC manufacturing deal or something going on, right? I know they're making SSDs, right, which go into PCs and stuff, but referencing Apple, like probably the biggest competitor for them in a different market, smartphone market. Oh, that's a weird move for a big South Korean company to do that, I guess. Also, what is that? Is he wearing a onesie that he took the top off? Oh yeah, that's the cool. Okay, this is the part where Chinsik has this little moment where he's right. That's really cool. Alright, Yahoo. Yuchon, right? Did I remember that? I'm getting it down, bro. I'm having it. I'm having the names too now. Also, just I have to say, Hunter is a great visual, man. It's not just his face. He's just a really good visual, man. He's probably the first. He's one of the first people where I really can see it's like just really good visual, like visual first almost for me. Of course, he knows how to sing. He had a few interesting like rap parts or like quick little rappy talky-ish parts, but visual first and foremost a visual. He's amazing. Right? He dances pretty well. So like there's other people where I'm like, oh, those are great visuals, you know. Um, Beanie from Stray Kids, right? Wu Young from Atis is a pretty good visual to me. But like Hunter down. Like he does his job, man. Like I wonder how many people have Hunter as like their bias. That's what I'm wondering. Because in my head it's like, and I'm trying not to be too stereotypical here, right? But like the K-pop audience is still mainly um with what I've been seeing, especially for boy groups. I don't know how it is for girl groups, but for boy groups, it's a lot of straight women. So considering that, I assume that visuals, good visuals, are usually the people that uh, people like the most when it comes to like, you know, who's my bias, so to speak. You know, so I wonder how many. I've seen a chart somewhere of like who's like the members that are most likely biased of someone if they're listening to Xikers. I forgot like who's at the top, but because I'm really just I was looking at Seon, but yeah, I wonder how many people like him like that. See, like with him having the headband, he looks cool, right? But you really do not need to give anything to Saiyan. He just looks lovely. Also, look at Suman. He's always up to something. Also, who's striking? Who's striking that pose right there? Look at you, trying to be sneaky. Everyone's just making fun of us. Every single one of those people are making fun of us. It's surprising me that he's not showing the L. Right? But like that's crazy. Being caught doing this, that's crazy. Also, each and is just in his own world. Da-da-da, da-da-da. It's such a good kind of like. I hate saying basic, but when I say basic, I mean it's such a good song in a basic way. It has its chorus, its parts. You know, I forgot the English word for it, but like the parts that everyone does. It has decent rapping. It has like a highlight in it, so to speak. It has parts that repeat in order that is predictable, you know, which I think it makes it a very decent song, right? But obviously, there's other songs that Cycles have that are very chaotic, and I just think, considering that, it doesn't show off Cycles' personality the best. But I like the song because, in order to catch people off guard, if you're doing something more chaotic, you have to offer them stability. It's like if every single song that you do is just complete chaos, right? You will not be you will never be caught off guard. So like they're handing you, and especially it's the first song on the EP, which I thought was a genius move. They hand you something more predictable, something more you can rely on, and then they follow it up with more unpredictable songs. So I think that's a great song. I wouldn't have picked it to have like the MV, right? But I think contextually, it's a great song. Ooh, I did not realize that that's Hunter. He can, I mean, it's not that he has a deep voice, but he has like a nice little rasp. You know, kind of like Felix. I thought like just see, that's what I mean. He's such a good visual, like shaking his hand so casually, but keeping perfect eye contact. God damn. I wished I was as cool as this guy. He's effortlessly cool. That's again okay. See, like I see this move, right? So like they do this, they slowly take up, they slowly do that curve, and then they're gonna do that cool little, I don't know, like a sidestep. I love that. But there's something that kind of takes, like that's something that I would think is so cool that would stay in my head, but there's something, right, that takes away from it. And it is, they added fake screen shake to it. Pay attention to that. Look at how the screen shakes, right? I know I want to see the dance moves that are really cool, that could stay in my head, that I could remember. I want to see them clearly. I want them pointed out. I want there to be attention to their dancing, you know. Whereas here, they added so much screen shake in post that you can barely recognize it. If you're casually watching, like the first time I watched it, I didn't see that move. I know I would have loved and appreciated it, you know, but like so much screen shake that I just kind of overlooked it, because that's a great combination. The slow fade up and then bam. It is not a power move, but because of how they set it up, it is a power move. So I like that. Also, he's almost apologizing to me. It's like, hey, sorry that the guy from KQ put so much screen shake in it. Yeah, that's a lot of jewelry. Damn. Also, zoom in the air. Why do you choose the angle where he hits the floor the earliest as possible? Why wouldn't you use for that an angle? Like, why do you go down? You don't help the jump. You want the jump to be highlighted, right? So you would stand straight and zoom in, right? Instead of going down, the angle goes up and you can see the feet leave the frame earlier. Like, I just notice things as someone who edits video. Like, I'm not the best I'm not the best with the camera, right? But when I see that, right, this is a mistake that can happen, right? Adding screen shake when you're not supposed to. But then this is such cool. Like you cut into a jump, right? Look how cool this is. What you don't do is angle it so there's less of the jump for the viewer. You don't do that also, freaky ass. Listen, that's not what you do. What they could have done is maybe even they could have done different things. I don't want to preach too much, right? And if I'm being honest, right, I'm not sure. I'm not too sure if there's any technicalities. And again, when it comes to videography, I'm not the best, so I don't want to tell the cameraman what to do. That's like 100% better. But like that's definitely a mistake where I'm like, that's not how you highlight the jump. Listen, it's been half a second, and like for the casual viewer, you have a vignette. You see at the edge, they have it darkened out. A vignette is here for people to pay more attention to the center, right? So you pay attention to the center, right? It's been half a second. It has been a more or less big jump, and like his feet for the viewer are basically almost out of the frame. So what do we have from that jump? It's a really good executed jump. It looks really cool, but then it's like it's a little bit sad, right? Also the bricks. See, but then this is like the first music video where I'm like kind of a little bit mad at KQ. I really praised them a lot for their skills right? Because of stuff like this. Sorry, because of stuff like this. This is really cool. Like scratching, having the bricks come out, right? Creative, cool, but yeah, I see some things that I don't agree with. One of the things is post, and one of the thing is camera. Also, this, yeah, the Pac-Man building. I have no. Oh, wait, is he? I don't know how that move is called, but that's a cool ass move. Should use this for a thumbnail. Oh, freaky ass. See, look, that jump was a lot better. They, instead of doing this, they just slowly walk into him. And we have so much more of that jump. Bam. Right? And it's like even a jump from far away, so it's not as impactful, but it manages to become more impactful simply by the camera movement. Also, I love that snare, that bum, 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 bum. I don't know, someone's punching a roof, I don't know, of a car. Also, I didn't quite get the censoring. Let's go crazy, no joke. Why did they? Oh, they're just. It's just, I guess. Also, I didn't. I like again. Listen, I hate being at. Look at that, like the little. Oh, you. Well, it's not too bad, but you can see, the masking, right? The edges of the censoring. Sometimes they leave. Oh, I'm in the way. Wait, can I hide myself? There you go. You see this? You see these white lines right over here? Right? That's something that they didn't pay too much attention to in post. They could have removed that. Right? It's a struggle to remove those lines, right? It is, but KQ has the time and the budget, so they could have done that. Oh my god, that's even worse. They have even more of those. I mean, who knows? Maybe they wanted those lines, but look at this. Like at this point, that's probably intentional. But it, like, to me, it looks kind of shitty. I like that shot a lot, though. The color correction is also a little bit off. I'm being so picky right now. Like, from here, because of the contrast, you see how little black they have. Like, they're in the shadow, like, their shadow is supposed to be black because the shadow everywhere else is pretty black. Instead, if it's like, I don't know, kind of just darkish blue, this is how you can tell this is green screen. Obviously, it's green screen. I'm not saying there's anywhere in the world where you have something like this, but like this makes it a little bit too obvious. We don't stop, man. I liked their choice to go black and white. Actually, that move is kind of legendary. Not gonna lie. Ooh, that is hard. That is hard as fuck, bro. They really let him shine. Look at that. Our little visual. God damn. I am look at him. He knew it was hard. He had the bass face on from dancing. That's awesome. That is legendary. I love that, actually. That probably looks... Ooh. They even have the... Like, he shoots, like he has a gun. He shoots and they go back from the recoil. That's actually super cool. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, you know, those are things that I honestly did not really... It's probably my ADHD or something like that. I didn't really pick up on some of the cooler moves. That's cool. That is really cool. See, that's why I love this whole thing of like, watch it once, watch it twice, stop as many times as you want. And I don't have pressure the first time, and then second time around, I can just appreciate the details. I don't remember who suggested this, but they suggested it basically on like my first video, and I love the idea now. Yeah, I've had checked it on before. Is that Hyunwoo? No, that's Hyunwoo. Who's that? Is that Yichan? Isn't Yichan supposed to have? No, that's Yichan, right? Well, yeah. So, oh well, I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, anyway, thank you so much for watching this with me. Also, I don't know if you can see, but I bought LEDs. I tried to make my setup a little bit better, but then I realized the LEDs are really shitty. Turns out you're not supposed to, go budget with everything. Like this is usually my light that I use when I have not the best light conditions, right? Because it was cheap and it does a lot, right? And I thought maybe I can buy cheap LEDs and they will really help with like a back thing. Then absolutely terrible. Right, that's 40 minutes. Like, you can say a lot about me as a reactor, right? Me being boring, me not being the most knowledgeable on like dancing or other things that are important in K-pop. But what you can't say is that I don't do transformative videos, because how did I just pull 40 minutes out of this? I love to yap, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that, maybe you had a meal. That's where if I had to choose when people watch me, that's where I would love them. It's like they come home, they prepare the meal, they're in their room, they're relaxing, and they're like, I'm just gonna watch Sai yap for like 40 minutes about the smallest little things, right? I love that. I love that for you. If you're that person, if you watch me while eating, I love that for you. I would love to be that sort of place that people go to when they want to relax and do it on the topic of K-pop, right? I will probably never be the type of reactor that has a 6-minute video for a 4-minute song, and their thing is to just do that. I know I put that always in the thumbnails, right? But that's just to boost engagement. So if you are, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, why don't you leave a like? I love getting comments. So why don't you just write me in what how you watch this video, right? It's like, did you watch it taking a break from doing something? Did you watch it while eating? Are you bored? Is your favorite YouTuber not uploading right now? I would love to know that. All right, so see you next time. Bye bye.